What's up you guys, welcome back to the channel, Andre here. Today we will be going over how I invest in real estate trusts, so REITs, and not just that but also big dividend stocks, okay, so stocks that pay a lot of dividends. REITs is like the main focus because REITs have huge dividends. For example, Geo pays like 15% a year in dividends, so this is like the main focus is REITs, but again, high dividend stocks, you can do the exact same thing. Before we start guys, make sure you drop that thumbs up to help the YouTube algorithm, and let's go, let's start really fast. Let's go into my computer like that. As you can see guys, this is Geo, okay? What is Geo? I will show you in a little bit what Geo is. Geo is a company that invests in prisons, okay? They invest not just in prisons, but like that's their main focus. And they invest in the United States, and basically they hold these prisons and they get rent. Also, the prisons go up in value, go down in value. There's a lot of different REITs. For example, you have Omega Healthcare, OHI, if I'm not mistaken. Omega Healthcare investors, they hold like nursing homes and whatnot. There's a lot of different REITs. You have O, which is Realty Income. I have no idea what they own, okay, but they, as you can see, like, oh, actually this one is really good. It only goes up. Stocks only go up, guys. Geo is not as good as this. Like, Geo has been downtrending over years now. Okay, but yeah, so what do I do when it comes to real estate trust and high dividend stocks? I don't like to buy and hold them, especially because if you look into Geo, for example, this thing downtrends, right? It keeps downtrending, so it's not something that you want to hold just because it pays you 15% in dividends, because it's dropping more. For example, look at this drop. It dropped 30%, right? And they paid you, one dividend here. This thing pays 4 times a year, if I'm not mistaken. So they pay you 15 divided by 4. And the stock dropped 30%. So is it a good deal? No. Okay, you're losing money. So the way that I go about it is, instead of trading them to gain a profit, right? Instead of trading, for example, buying at 10, selling at 11, keeping that dollar difference, what I do is when I sell, I only take my money out. Okay, so I gain shares. That's the thing about my strategy when it comes to high dividend stocks, because that means that I'm gaining free shares in my portfolio. Like if we go to my portfolio, there's free shares of a lot of different REITs and high dividend stocks. Okay, also some Portuguese that I will show you because I like Portuguese stocks. They move a lot on the daily chart. They don't move intraday, but daily chart, man, do they move. Okay, we will go into them in a little bit. So what I like to do, for example, Geo, this was the Corona drop, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So, for example, what you do is you basically analyze the chart and see what the chart usually does. You do some technical analysis. For example, we can see there's a resistance at this level. It touched twice. This is called a double top. So usually stocks go down when they do a double top, okay? You can see that the stock has also touched this point a lot. This is a strong level. When we came back down again, it keeps touching it. We're right on here. I actually have some shares that I bought here. Should have bought some down here. I didn't, okay? I should have bought, but I didn't. And look, if I buy shares at here, at this drop, at the 820 level, and then I sell at the 950, I don't have to sell all of my shares, right? There's a profit here of, if I can find the ruler, of exactly, guys, 15%. Okay, 15% gain. That means that, actually almost 16. That means that if I buy 100 shares of Geo at this level and then sell here, I don't have to sell 100 shares to get my money back. I just have to sell 85 shares. Okay, so I keep 15 shares just for me. And those shares will give me dividends 14.39% a year. It's free money. It's literally free money, okay guys, because instead of keeping the shares and caring like if the shares are going up or down, which I don't, okay, I don't care if these shares go up in value, okay? If they go a lot, I will sell, but like if they're in this range, I don't care. I just keep the shares because they keep cash flowing. Okay, so Geo is one of them. You can see that it does these ranges. For example, now if we see a break of this resistance, we can probably assume that Geo can trade all the way up to like this level, the 11s, right? Or even just this one, like the old support, right? 10.20. I actually have some shares that I bought here, and I'm putting them for sale at 10.40. So for every 100, let me check the ruler again. At 10.40, I think it's my sell price. I will make 10 shares. So if I buy 100, I did buy more than 100. But let's say in every 100 I buy, I get to keep 10 shares for free. Okay, that's the cool thing about these strategies. You're going to accumulate more and more shares over time that are going to give you more and more dividends over time, and you can reinvest those dividends or use that cash flow, right, to pay for your expenses. I usually take it out. I don't reinvest cash flow from the high dividends in real estate, REITs. I don't usually buy more shares with that money. I just take it out. Okay, it's my money. I made it. It's my money, and I'm gonna spend it on whatever I want, right? I don't really spend money, but you get the idea. So yeah, so if you draw these levels, you will see that these kind of shares, they do a lot of these. Look at this time, right? You could buy once, sell, buy, sell, buy, almost sell, right? Buy, sell. So just in this time, you could do this 4 times, making, again, the ruler, Jesus Christ, 9 shares in every 100 you trade. 4 times just in this time frame, right? So that's 30, what is my math doing? 18, 32, 42? I don't even know, man. But you get the idea. Like, these type of stocks, they really like to go in ranges because of the dividends. See, when stocks pay dividends, they usually drop. But before they pay dividends, they usually rise. So you can trading this momentum and just be accumulating more and more shares. It's actually a great strategy in my opinion. A lot of people don't do it, but I really like to do it. Okay, so if we go into Omega Healthcares, for example, it's the exact same spiel. Okay, as you can see, like, there's a lot of times that it draws to this level. You can even see like diagonal lines, which I don't really like to use, but you can use them if you want. There's nothing wrong with diagonal lines. See? Okay, this was a breakout. Amazing. What's the next level? It's probably around this area, right? The last support, which was here, around ish. Okay, supports and resistance are areas. They're not like an actual level. So when they're around that level, I will buy or sell. Okay, so in this case, I actually bought some here and I sold right here at the top. I saw this breakout and I actually drew, okay, where's the next level? Right? Where's the next level? It's actually here, but there's a big gap to fill. So I waited for this gap to fill from here to here, and I actually sold around here. I don't remember the exact number. It was probably 36.45, but I'm not like exactly sure. And I actually got the sell. And guess what? Now it dropped back, and I'm thinking about buying because I'm thinking, you know, this level is going to hold. Okay? This level over here. This level is going to hold. Okay? Like, these averages are holding these. Kinda, okay? It doesn't really work like that. There's a chance it will drop. But in technical analysis, it's a good, strong level, right? And if you buy more here, you can sell more here. Buy more here, you can sell more here, okay? That's the thing about ranges. They're freaking amazing. So Mo is another one. Like, this is not a REIT. This is an actual stock. 8.61%. OHI gives 7.79%. And for example, REN, which is a Portuguese company, that they basically all real estate, but it's like high voltage like not antennas, those high voltages poles, right? That you see all around the country that draw electricity. They own everything. It's a freaking monopoly. That's the problem with socialism. You get monopolies on everything. But yeah, these guys pay dividends like 7.57%. Look at these ranges. I didn't even draw. They are already here because I usually do these on these stocks, right? Like, you can see that they always do like these wave patterns that you can buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. Okay, so for example, here it's a clear buy. Okay, I bought at 220. No, 222 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I bought here. I'm already up. Okay, even though it's trending down, so I'm not sure if we're going to see like a full range all the way up here. But If we get to this level, to the 2.32 level, I will probably sell, okay? So 2.32, that's 5%. I get to keep 5 shares almost of every 100 that I bought, and I bought more than 100, okay? This thing costs $2 a share. So every time I do this, I gain more shares and more shares and more shares, okay? And the cool thing about getting more and more shares, they will always pay dividends. So it's infinite money. Like, you will be always forever getting these dividends, okay? Unless these stocks go under, which probably they won't. So REN is a freaking, what is it called? It's a monopoly. So they're not going anywhere. For example, NOS, which is a telecommunication company here in Portugal, they also pay huge dividends, 10%. I don't know why, but like, companies in Portugal usually pay a lot of dividends. I don't know why. Like, they're super cheap and they pay a lot of dividends, which is something that I would not invest in. But for this type of trading investment strategy, it's great because you can get a lot of free shares. They're not free because you're working for them, but like, you keep taking your principal out, like your initial investment, you keep taking it out, okay? NOS, PBA, it's a oil company. They have these oil pipes. I have no idea what they're called in English. They basically send oil from country to other countries. Again, same strategy, okay, guys? Just draw the supports and resistances. Guess what? It was a good buy here, around the 23 level, right? A little bit lower. Now, guess what? You can sell at 26 probably. It's probably going there. I'm not saying that it will, because look, this level is also a big level, right? It's a big, strong level. So there's a chance that it might get trapped here, or even here. Here already crossed. Sorry about the phone. But see, those ranges, these are areas. Even if you are safe and you want to sell at 24.59, right? How much is that in percent? Jesus, the ruler is not working. That's, look, like, this was a couple of days, guys. Like, this alone was 7 days. 5 bars, that means it's a weekend as well. Okay, so 5 trading days, 6%. And guess what? It's probably going to this level, because these stocks usually do this. Up and down, up and down, up and down. It's actually pretty amazing. Okay, so get 7 shares for free on every 100 that you buy. And again, this thing pays 7.92%, 7.92% a year, okay? And they pay every month. This company is actually pretty great because they pay every month. Like, I get dividends from this one every month, cash flow on my account. It's pretty freaking awesome, it's what it is. So this is honestly one of my favorite strategies for long-time investments, because they never stop giving. That's the thing. Like, when I do a swing, if I buy Amazon, I bought some Amazon, guys, by the way, at 300, so it's a little bit lower. I actually bought like 2 days ago, so I bought here on this red green candle. Now it's making this red candle. It might retrace down here. Okay, I'm not very worried about that. And my sell target is at least 3,300 per share. Okay, but I will be probably looking into the 400s. In my opinion, like, that's a decent level to expect. I'm not giving you investment tips or anything like that. Don't invest in what I invest. I'm just telling you that when I'm doing this swing, guys, when I sell, it's over. Okay, if I sell at 300, I will make $200 a share. But it's over, right? Never again will I make money on this trade. But when I do those other trades that I keep the shares instead of selling them, I'm making 15% on every share that I own every year until I die. Unless they go under, okay? Which is a possibility, like, companies go under. Geo is not amazing, like, it's not performing yet. This thing was worth $23. It's currently trading under 10. But again, I don't care the value of the shares that I own, because I'm never gonna sell, okay? It's like owning a rental property that you didn't pay for, okay? Because it keeps you every month, in this case every 3 months. But if we're looking into, where is PBR? Not PBR. PBR is oil, but it's Brazilian. I don't do these on PBR because they have low dividends, but PBA, here it is, which is Pembina. Yeah, exactly. Pipeline, that's the name. Pipeline. I couldn't remember the name. I keep holding these shares and they pay 8% a year. And they pay every single month. I have cash flow in my account, 16 cents per share. So if you go into Geo website, because I did told you that I will tell you, you can see that they have 5 facilities international with over 6,000 beds, almost 7,000. And the US, they have 63 facilities with over 74,000 beds. Okay, so you can see the headquarters and you can actually see, this is their website. Okay, just Google Geo Group. You can actually see the locations, okay? County Family Residential, I think that's it, Center. I don't know what this is, okay? And I don't care because I'm not investing into Geo with my money. I'm just accumulating their shares because they pay dividends, okay? I'm not buying shares to hold. I'm accumulating their shares, okay? That's what I'm doing. South Bay Correctional and Rehabilitation Facility. Jesus, my English is kind of sometimes. This is in Miami. I really liked Miami, guys. If you guys live in Miami, that city is freaking amazing. I don't even know, guys. Like, it's honestly, it's so different from Portugal. Like, you can literally see, like, capitalism versus socialism. Oh, and I flew from Miami to Cuba, to Havana, and holy shit, we went in the night, and when the plane took off, like, we could see all of the lights. Sorry about the phone. All of the lights, you could see, like, people move, building, creating. And then we got to Cuba and everything was destroyed. And it was my first time in Cuba and also the first time in America. And like, the difference was night and day. We spent a week, a little bit more, like 9 days in Miami, 9 days in Cuba, and then we flew to Cancun, to Mexico. It was night and day, guys. Like, capitalism versus communism. Jesus Christ. Like, I still don't know. I don't want to get political, but I still don't know how so many Americans want to be left wing. I mean, just go here and see what left wing creates. Don't you guys know the story of Berlin, where it was divided by communism and the Allies, which were capitalism? They built a wall. Like, the communists built a wall because people were fleeing, because communism sucks hard. Okay, so they were fleeing because they were super poor, and the communists built a wall and killed everyone who tried to climb it. Okay, but yeah, that's like, I don't want to get political, but yeah, like, I really loved Miami, guys. Like, Miami was honestly, I don't even want to go there. It's like, one day I might move to Miami. Okay, but yeah, you can see the things that they have. Sorry about these random thoughts, right? You can see all of the structures that they have. You have a bunch of news. So just, again, look for a bunch of REITs. Find the ones that you find value in. I like Geo because it's different, right? They invest in prisons. That's something that it's not feasible in my mind, because prisons in Portugal are public, okay? They're not private. So you can't invest into a prison, like, it doesn't happen. So it's kind of funny for me. Omega Healthcares, they invest in nursing homes and all of that. Also kind of cool. So that's why I chose those. Those are not the best, okay? You have a ton of different REITs, a ton of different high dividend stocks. I usually go with REITs because they usually have high dividends. But you don't have to go with REITs. You can do any high dividend stock. Okay, Pembina, well, technically a REIT because they own the pipelines, right? REN, it's also kind of a REIT because they hold the power towers, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's all kind of a REIT, right? Or at least they own real estate. They're not REITs, but they own real estate. But yeah, guys, that was it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys can take this strategy and go apply it. By the way, I use the daily chart, okay, when it comes to this strategy. I don't day trade these types of stocks. You can definitely use a day trading strategy to accumulate these shares. I prefer to do it on the daily because it's usually like 10% here, 15% there, so I can make a lot more money without having to actually be in the market, right? Instead of taking 1% here, 2% there, I take big chunks of money, like 10%, 15%, not money, shares, okay? I accumulate shares, and that's the main idea behind this strategy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you drop a thumbs up to help the YouTube algorithm. Comment down below what do you think about this strategy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.